have to fight him and beat him to cement your legacy as one of the greatest ever? Is that like something?
No, I gotta fight him. I gotta fight him, and once we fight, I knock him out, and then everyone in the world will be able to cement my legacy as one of the best, to ever do it.
Wow, tonight.
We have a great fight. We put on a great fight for the fans and give the people what they always wanted.
When you see that fight, Jermall, do you see things there that you can exploit? Because I know for the longest time.
Too. I'm a jabber, I got range, I'm big. I look at that fight and judge it and, try to make my adjustments. It's part of the game.
Even though I'm less enthusiastic about the Jermall Charlo fight than the other fights that could be made in Canelo's 3-fight deal. But another funny thing about this fight being made is, did the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, say Jermall Charlo needs time off because he's going through some mental problems? All of a sudden, those mental problems are gone. I guess 8 figures winning the Canelo lottery will do that for a fighter. Now, as far as Jermall Charlo having a chance to knock out Canelo Alvarez, because I do not think he can outbox him at this stage of his career, how's he going to do that? First of all, Canelo has a solid chin. He's been hit by the best. Second, who had Jermall Charlo knocked out at 160, let alone 168? He's had 7 fights at 160. 3 knockouts. One of those knockouts was against a 154-pounder. So we're talking about 2 knockouts at 160, legit knockouts at 160, with 7 fights. The last 2 fights he had was Derevchenko and a showcase fight with Juan Montiel, which he looked bad in. And one of the fights was against Korobov, which some people thought Korobov beat him. They thought Korobov outboxed him. So with 2 years out the game and having mental problems, which suddenly disappeared when he got the Canelo fight, I don't see any way that Jermall Charlo can beat Canelo. And if he does, maybe it's time for Canelo to hang him up.
I'm not gonna lie, Tyrann got the best matchmakers in the business. You ain't fought nobody, man. You haven't beat anybody undisputed at 140. Who you fought at 135, and who you fought at 147. He fought undisputed. I got 3 belts. He got 1 belt. Yeah. He fought a lot of great competition. We fight for undisputed. I got 3 belts. He got 1 belt. Yeah. He fought a lot of great competition.
Errol Spence said it first at the press conference, ESPN is the best matchmakers in the world of boxing. He says Crawford fought a bunch of nobodies. And then on the other hand, he says Crawford has fought great competition. He's all over the place. But let's just go with Crawford has fought nobodies. If you talk about no names, well, you're probably right. Because the fighters he fought was not very popular to the casuals. And this is what people get twisted up. Casuals get twisted up. Crawford hasn't fought anybody. That's what they say. No, Crawford hasn't fought popular fighters. That doesn't mean because they don't have a name in the game that they're not good. And then another way I look at it is, if Spence says, Crawford, you ain't fought nobody, that would mean Crawford was unproven. Those championships he won with ESPN was from careful matchmaking. And if that's the case, how could Errol Spence believe that the winner of this fight is pound for pound number 1 if he believes Crawford's resume is trash, like a lot of his fans do? I do give Spence the edge as far as the 147-pound weight class goes. Shout out to Mark Nash. Great show. I heard somebody on the Mark Nash show say Errol Spence fought the better version of Kell Brook. I think Triple G fought the better version of Kell Brook. After Triple G broke Kell Brook was not the same fighter no matter who fought him. Kell Brook, after getting beat down by Triple G at 160, had to come back down to 147 and defend his title against Errol Spence without a tune-up fight to get acclimated to the weight again. So to me, neither one of these guys fought Kell Brook at his best, so it's a dead argument. And when you look at your Denis Ugas and Danny Garcia, I do not consider those guys elite fighters. Who has Danny Garcia beat at 147? Who has your Denis Ugas beat at 147 besides an old Manny Pacquiao? And they both beat Sean Porter. One by decision, one by knockout. You know who it is. But I will give Spence the slight edge at 147 as far as resumes goes, but not by much. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beasy, I'm gone.